Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am at Matthiessen State Park today. It's down in Utica, Illinois. It's really close to Starved Rocks where I shoot a lot. And I was just going that way to shoot what they call the Giant's Bathtub. But the weather we've been having lately has been really hot and really humid, no rain for the last couple of weeks. So the water is not running too well over there in Giant's Bathtub, and I don't want to risk slipping, you know, with all my gear. I just did a little reconnaissance mission right over that, right over that ridge over there is where the Giant's Bathtub is, and yeah, the water is not running too well because of the temperatures that we've had. It's been really hot, really humid, low to mid 90s, and without rain the water is not running too well, so it's not really worth hauling over there, hauling all my gear over there. So now we're gonna double back, go back this way. There's a couple more canyons and waterfalls back this way, so that's where we're going. Alright, so today seems to be a pretty good day to talk about humidity. As a landscape photographer, you're always checking the weather. You want to know if it's raining, snowing, what the temperature is going to be so you can properly prep for your trip. You're always looking at the time of the sunrise, time of the sunset. If you're an astrophotographer, you're looking at all that detailed stuff, where the moon's going to be, where the Milky Way is going to be, and all that. One thing that we need to remember is to check what the humidity is going to be. You got the air conditioning going in your car, you get out and you want to start shooting right away. Well, your car was 70 degrees, right? That's 68 degrees, whatever. You get out, you pull your camera out of your bag and you want to start shooting. Well, your lens is going to fog up, just like my lenses are fogging up right now. If you happen to change lenses out in the field and it's super humid out, you're going to run the risk of getting fog on the mirror, assuming you're not mirrorless. You just have to be really careful when out in the humidity. So, you know, just a heads up for this time of the year. Alright. So I'm at Mathiason, the water's not running too well. I'm going to try one other canyon, and if there's nothing there, I'm going to have to call it. Alright, so here's what I'm looking at. I really like how the light's coming down and just kind of dappling that limb coming down. Can't see it in this shot, but it's hanging above the water. There's some rocks in the water that are kind of acting as a leading line. Then you got that curved tree in the background that's giving it some depth. I'm putting the polarizer on and I'm going to spin it to take the reflections out of the water. I'll shoot one with the reflections just to see if I like that better at the end of the day, but in my head right now I am seeing it without the reflections. So I'm going to shoot it right now because the light's changing really quickly. I had to wait for some people that took like 10 minutes to cross the creek. Alright, so I shot this scene a few times. I've shot it horizontal, I shot it landscape. I spun the polarizer to take the reflections out. I spun the polarizer to keep the reflections in. On camera, I definitely like the reflections out, but I love the light on that limb right there. So that's the main focus of this image, but also the way I shot it in landscape, the rock trail and the water and the bank on the other side, they make a V that points right to that limb that's sticking out of the side of the cliff. So, you know, in my head, at least that's what I'm seeing right now, and that's what you guys need to do too when you're out in the field. You want to kind of see and, you know, construct the image in your head and then see if you captured what you thought you were seeing. So that kind of makes it fun. Just kind of make a game out of it. This is the raw right out of camera image, and you can tell it's underexposed, but I did that on purpose because I was really trying hard to preserve the highlights. I placed the main branch on the left third of the image, and then on the right third of the image you see that big curved tree that leads you down the pathway into the exposure, and I used the leading line of the rock path to kind of lead you towards the center of the image. That V shape that I talked about earlier is actually pointing down the path, straight down the path, and taking the viewer's eyes into the image, which actually works better than pointing it at the illuminated tree. This is my first pass at processing this image, and you can tell easily that I was wanting to warm up the image, wanted to give it more depth. I took the blacks down and made the blacks blacker and still preserved the highlights, but I'm not really liking what I'm seeing in the foreground here, and not really ecstatic about the saturation of the colors that I'm seeing in this image. So out of curiosity, I wanted to see it in black and white, and you know, overall it's not terrible, it's not great. The bottom third of the image is kind of non-existent in my opinion. I like the top 2/3 of the image, but the foreground all the way across is just kind of lost in this black and white version. This is the final image that I ended up being happy with, and to get to this point I used the dehaze tool as well as some clarity on the foreground of the water, bumped up the exposure of that part of the water, and left the backside, on the backside of the rock path, I left that water darker and actually kind of brought it down darker even more. I increased saturation here and there and did a little bit of dodging and burning along the rocks in the left hand side of the image, added a little bit of a vignette, and that was really it for this image, and this is the one that I like the most. Which version do you guys like the most? And did I capture the image that I had in my head while out in the field? Let me know. And do you guys do this when you're out in the field? If you do, how often do you capture the image that you have in your head when you're there on site? I'm interested to hear. So now it's my turn to walk across these rocks with a Nikon D850, a Canon M50, a Sigma 2470, a Sigma 12-24.
Bad eyes, no bounds,
A Mavic Mini.
and an extra 50 pounds too.
Whatever. Let's just hope I don't fall in the water. Alright, so this waterfall's not that great, but like I said earlier, the water, we just haven't gotten enough rain to make it very special. So I doubled back to see if I could cobble together a good image of this place that I walked by previously. And then this happened. Oh my God. Check this out.
OMG! Man, you really screwed this one up. You're going blind.
I've had this on the whole time. My eyes are so bad, my
You
glasses are
can say
fogged
that again,
up.
brother.
I would not be surprised if every image I have taken so far today has been crap.
How's that different from any other time? Hey, gee, you hear what I said? I said how's that different from any other time? Uh-oh. Oh, boy. This is his mean face. Man, he is angry. Watch out. Stand back. Is this on Golden Pond or what? Anybody else have to pee?
Gray around the temples, but still way better looking than okay.
Alright everybody, we have battled the heat, we battled the humidity, we battled dead batteries, we battled full memory cards, we battled lens changes, we battled fogged up lenses, we battled fogged up polarizers. We've done it all today. It's been good. It's been a blast. I think we got some good images. I'm really worried about the ones in the beginning being fogged up due to the polarizer. Alright everybody, that is it for this week. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Hit the old like button. If you haven't subscribed already, please hit the old subscribe button. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you think. Frank reads all the comments,
No,
and he's
I
going to
don't.
start commenting on the comments if I let him. So yeah, so let me know what you think. Drop Frank a
You better not
comment.
say
Let him
anything
know
bad
what
to
you think.
me, man.
So,
I'll open up a
alright
can
everybody,
of
hey, from
whoop-ass.
Matthiessen State Park in Utica, Illinois, thank you so much for stopping by. It's my privilege to see you, and we'll see you all next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.
And if I